Story time.
Story time.
It's story time with Mick. 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 Story time with Mick.
I just wanted to point out something that, first of all, and this is a little side story. We did have a character in there that was well endowed, right? And so I think I might have told you this story.
Probably.
But I'm trying to remember the name of the film.
You talking about the one with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, the Mark Wahlberg.
Boogie Nights.
Come on, Boogie Nights. So,
Yes.
So,
in fact, I just tried to watch it on Netflix, but by the way, I think it was the edited version. Anyway.
Well, we were... the thing is our company started to do the effects for it. And I was sent down as the coordinator to sit through the reading of the script with everybody, and we're going through it page by page. And I had literally been given the script as I walked out the door to go to the place for the meeting. So I get to the meeting, and I'm trying, and I have the script down on my legs, right, that underneath the table that we're doing the table, and I am about 2 pages ahead of everybody else, just reading.
Right. Yeah.
The first I've seen, and of course I'm supposed to say something semi-intelligent about what we're going to be, and I am reading, and I'm just trying to stay 2 pages ahead, and it actually turned out to be more effects intensive than I thought. But we keep going along, and I get to this part, and I look, and it just stops me because it says that the one character has this enormous penis, and I just go, enormous penis, and my first thought was, are we going to see this? But I looked up, and I'm sitting right across from the prop master.
Oh, yeah.
And the prop master has been watching me stay 2 pages ahead, and he thought that this was really funny. He was like, he was kind of needling me as we went along, And he looks me right in the eye, and he goes, "Yeah, here it is." He reaches underneath the table, and he writes,
puts it on the table.
This enormous penis, this enormous rubber penis, and just lays it on the table. And I have to say, it was one of those things where it just stopped the table read, and everybody just kind of looked at it for a while.
Was that the actual penis that was used?
It was the penis that was used.
Wow,
yes,
yeah,
it was.
It was impressive.
That
would stop any meeting, I think.
It would. But I was just saying, this is in this movie. We had a display of. It could have been. You know what?
Yes, we had it in this one. We just saw too.
It could have been that very penis.
Yes, actually, might have been.
Might have been. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So anyway,
stranger things have happened, I guess. Yeah.
So I went on to make that film and see the penis and the rubber penis in action right in front of me. We're not going to get into that. That's a whole other story. That's another story that I've told in other places, and I don't even know if it's really appropriate to bring into this. But I'm going to go to another phase of my career, is when
we need like a sound effect.
Exactly. Phase 2 of my career. Well, wait. What we need to do is...
What decade was it?
What decade was it?
This Boogie Nights was what? 90s?
That was the 90s, yeah. Yeah. So we're going to move forward up to in between 2002 and maybe 2009. I worked often... Beans is I'd given up like doing long-term projects, and I started to do a bunch of short-term projects, and I would do art department, and I would do special effects and so forth. And and we started a project of doing, maybe we did probably 20 of them. They would come and they would show us a film, and we'd have to sit and we had to see through this film, and then we were supposed to... They would give us a trailer for this film, whatever it was, and most of them were horror films. Okay. And the trailer of the film would be so bad, and the film would be so bad that they couldn't finish cutting the trailer out of it.
Oh, my God.
So what they wanted to do is they wanted to put together a group of shots that even if they had nothing to do with the film, they were just a group of like really high-end,
Gotcha.
yeah, right, the effect shots.
So
right?
it's like the trailer of Mother, for example, was very misleading.
Very misleading. Very misleading.
Hate to bring that one back into our...
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Anyway.
So
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
So a crappy film that needed more shots just to make the trailer look good.
And the thing is I knew horror films so well that I would sit down and I would plan out all these, shots and or these little sequences and stuff.
Couldn't you just slow down the shots they already had? Like...
Most of the films were just so bad that you didn't want that look. They didn't get very good.
And you probably can't mention any films right now, probably.
I could, actually.
But you probably don't want to.
Yeah, I don't care one way or the other. It doesn't make any
Probably
difference.
doesn't even matter, really.
I'm 100%. I had a non-disclosure that I don't care about now. It's so long.
There weren't any like Alice Cooper movies, were there, or anything?
No, but one of them was called. Black Christmas.
Oh. That's why you said Black Christmas.
That's why I said Black Christmas. And not the original one that was done in 1974. This was the 2006.
It's weird that you say that because I think I saw the 2006 one, but not the other one.
Okay.
But I don't remember much about it, honestly. Which is, maybe I didn't see it.
All I know is the shots that we did and the shots that we added into.
We should bleep out the title. Beep Christmas.
Yeah, Beep Christmas. Yeah. Opposite of white Christmas.
I'm not going to say the name, but
we did some great stuff. I mean, we did like we came up with the idea of putting somebody underneath the ice. And their body floats up.
Oh, okay.
And we're looking down like this, like this one person's point of view, and she brushes the snow off of the ice, and all of a sudden the body comes up, and it's the Jaws shot. It was we did that shot. We did the Christmas lights spindling up inside of the snowblower, so we had to make our own snowblower that would actually had a big enough maw and you could see enough parts of it so that you would wound up all the lights, and then somebody's foot gets caught with the lights and they're being slid across the stage towards the snowblower.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Just like this action stuff, because it didn't have that much action in it. But I did several of these kind of shows. I mean, several of these, and the pinnacle of the ones that I did, and I don't remember the names of a lot of the films,
right.
Because they had a certain sameness to them.
But they're the same kind of vein.
There was one that was called Pinocchio, and it was the Italian Pinocchio done by the great director. You can cut that in later, right? Yeah.
Yes, I think I remember that. It was the director
Roberto Benigni.
He's the one that did the war film with the war camp, the Jewish prisoners.
Life is beautiful.
The goofy director, right?
That makes the Holocaust fun.
Exactly.
Yes.
So he did supposedly an Italian version of Pinocchio. That's a true Pinocchio, but this film. It was horrendous. I mean, it was long, and it had the scene of Pinocchio hanging.
So was it like a Fellini film that was really kind of slow paced?
It was. Yeah, well, there was a 5.
But not good. Like Fellini.
Supposedly, quote unquote, a kid's film with a 5-minute hanging scene of Pinocchio. It's like with twitching and all the rest. Oh God. Oh man, it was horrible. So what we did is we made this real lighthearted kind of like. Actually, I remember the scene. One of the scenes that we made was Pinocchio in a fruit. Store,
Okay. Yeah.
And we stacked all the fruit up in these little, and we put a nose, a Pinocchio nose in front of the camera, and we went around and did all these handhelds, and the nose goes around and knocks fruit down, and it was so stupid, but it was at least stupid. It wasn't horrible. So we go and we put.
So you ran around with like a Steadicam and ran into things?
Oh yeah, but we did all kinds of like happy-go-lucky shots. We did the typical, the guy Pinocchio's runs through a door and leaves, this cutout in the door that's his shape. And and the thing is, I was really getting sick because I'd done a whole bunch of these in a row, and I'm susceptible to lung things, and I got really, really sick. And by the end of it, I forgot to score the back of it, so he runs up against the door and just as hard as he can, bam, just slides down it like a Wile E. Coyote up against the rock. It was great, and nobody liked the kid who was playing Pinocchio. I mean, it was like the groups kind of went. That was awesome, man. You do that again. Yes. But anyway, so we put together this lighthearted trailer for the film that literally didn't use any of the original footage.
Wow.
But we did use all of their final shots, the screen credits and all the rest of that and stuff, so that it literally looked like that was the commercial for the film. Wow. It showed it in LA, and at the end of that year, they had a competition for the worst trailers on KLOS.
Yeah.
They did it every year. They sort of like the top 10 worst, most deceptive trailers for films.
That's awesome.
And we got number 1. And I remember I was driving down the road, and they were incensed. And they had people calling in saying how horrible this movie was compared to the goofy gag, trailer that we gave them. And I remember going down the road thinking to myself, I really better not ever tell anybody about that. Well, anyway. So, how's the weather?
So it's nice talking to you, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick Long.
Rick Long.
Well, actually, I almost think it's almost a shame that they didn't do the goofy version that you shot.
Well, yeah, but I think that we only had, probably 2 minutes of actually usable film by the time we were done. So,
wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what we did. We did
it sounds like people wanted the goofy version.
They did.
It's like a ginger dead man.
Listen, I'm a horror film aficionado. I mean, I did a lot of horror films, and I have seen some really horrible stuff done, with a camera. And the hanging scene of Pinocchio in that distressed the hell out of me. I mean, I was like, oh my God. So for everybody that I actually duped into going and seeing a 5-minute scene of Pinocchio being hung with my goofy gag nose knocking over fruit in the fruit stand, I apologize.
I feel like we should put the trailer on YouTube.
You can find it.
I'm sure I'm very crafty with that kind of thing. I could probably find it.
It's easy to find.
Maybe I'll go buy the DVD and
I don't think you have to. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure you'll find it on YouTube.
Well, I want to support the film industry.
I don't even want to support the film industry, and I'm part of it. Come on.
Well, yeah. Well, that sounds like a fun job. I mean, it seems like you'd enjoy that to a point, wouldn't you? I mean, did you?
Listen, my job was the best in the world. It was. I got to just sit and think of just amazing crap, and most of the time, people let me do it. Sometimes they give me hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it.
Yes. But you're sitting around polishing turds with trailers, so
yeah. Well, sometimes I polish, and sometimes I polish the turd. What can I say?
But there's some really good turds out there.
Who hasn't polished a turd in their life?
Right. So Bad Moms. Go see it.
Would you go see it? It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. It was funny as hell, and who knows? You might actually be able to see the penis from
you never know.
Boogie Nights. You don't know.
Somebody needs to research that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the time, but. Yeah, actually,
that's funny. You don't have the time, and I don't have the desire.
Let's challenge our listener Ned. I know there's Ned's listening right now.
Is he?
Look up if that penis is the same penis.
There's 2 people. Somebody else joined too. I don't know who it is.
Well,
we've got 2 subscribers.
We do have a William, or he goes by Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a definite listener. And he's giving us feedback.
No, but we have a new one, new subscriber.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, welcome.
Okay, welcome. Yep,
Yes.
welcome new subscribers.
We're up to 2 or maybe 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
possibly. Okay, thanks.